worked.
Hey, it's alright, I'm fine. I can still eat.
No, it's not all right.
So, anyway, what's this all about? You're up bright and early this morning, Ellen.
Oh, that's right. I have to set out for the royal capital of Jicted today. But before I left, I thought I'd see how you were feeling about everything that's happened.
That's a good question.
Once I appease the king, I'll come right back. Come to think of it, I'll need some soldiers. 100 or so.
Already taken care of. Ryurik will lead them.
Ah, good, that's excellent. What's wrong?
My lady Eleonora, why do you place so much trust in the young lord?
Good question. The main reason's simple. He has such an awe-inspiring power. Besides, I don't find him unlikable. And neither do you.
I agree he does have a lot going for him, but I still do not trust him.
That's understandable. Regardless, please help him for me.
Whoa, what's with the outfit?
You're going to the Unavir township, right? Well, I thought I'd come with you. I packed us a lunch.
It's not a vacation, I'm checking in on them, to see how they're holding up.
And I can help you.
But Tita...
Please.
Okay. I guess I did give you a scare before. Come on, let's go.
All right.
As a result of both the Thénardier and the Ganelon armies retreating, tranquility fell upon Alsace. However, the peace would be short-lived, for already each side was plotting the next move.
Damn Ganelon! Once he heard my army had been defeated, he pulled back his forces. Now he's waiting to see how I react.
So it would seem, Your Grace.
How soon will the new dragon be ready?
In roughly a month. In the meantime, what shall we do about Count Vorn and the Jicted War Maiden?
We'll use Serish against Vorn.
That infamous band of assassins? He's as good as dead.
As for the girl, we'll fight a war maiden with a war maiden.
Are you all okay?
Yes, we're fine thanks to you.
We all hid in the forest just like we were told to do, my lord. And the soldiers walked right past us.
I'm glad to hear that.
Meanwhile, Ellen traveled to Silesia, the royal capital of Jicted, seeking an audience with King Victor.
Lift your head and look at me. Mistress of the Shining Demon Slayer, Eleonora Viltaria. Word has it, you led an army into Brunish land, without even bothering to ask for your king's permission to do so. Is this true?
It is just as you say, Your Majesty.
What reason did you have for this insubordination? Tell me. Based on your response, I will determine a suitable punishment for your reckless actions.
Because I was hired.
What's that? Did you say hired? Hired by whom?
Count Tigra Vermid Vorn, Your Majesty. A nobleman of Brune, and Lord of Alsace.
So what was this Count Vorn's objective? What did he hope to achieve?
He only wanted one thing. Peace in Alsace.
Blatant whitewashing! You would risk drawing my kingdom into a dangerous war, merely so you could act as a mercenary?
If I may. Pardon me, Your Majesty.
Yes, Lady Sophia Obertus. Speak.
For the time being, I believe that Brune has little interest in involving our people in their internal conflict. Though soon, they will want to know what our true intentions are. When they inquire, we should be prepared to explain our position and what happened with Vorn. While it was indeed improper for her to take action without first gaining permission from Your Majesty, history has shown us repeatedly that battle always favors haste over caution.
Well, well, of all the people to run into. Going rogue? Starting a war all on your own? I see you're still lacking any self-awareness as a war maiden, Eleonora Viltaria.
And I see you still haven't fully developed yet, Ludmila Lori. Hey, I know. If you drop the attitude and show me some respect, I'd be happy to show you how to enhance your height and ridiculously small breasts.
I don't need your help. Gee, you've become a real smartass lately. I mean, the nerve of you, the embodiment of rudeness and vulgarity, offering to teach anyone anything.
Really?
My, what a pair you two make. How many times do I have to tell you girls not to quarrel with each other?
She started it! If not, you started it!
And by the way, Ellen, what are you still doing here? It seemed to me like you couldn't wait to leave the palace earlier.
Oh, right. Thank you, Sophie. I'm glad you came to my defense back there. I really wasn't looking forward to having to cave in on this.
Cave in? Well, that's a little dramatic, isn't it?
I need to have a word with Sophie now. You can leave.
That poor Count Vorn. I feel sorry for him having to put up with such a brat like you.
Ellen, at the very least, I can say that you've turned Ludmila against you with this little stunt.
How so?
Mila has a long and tangled past with Duke Thénardier.
What? Mila and Thénardier, really? But that's absurd.
Yes, it's quite true that she ordinarily wouldn't much care for a man like Duke Thénardier. In fact, it's safe to say she hates him.
Then why?
She's connected to the house of Thénardier. Those ties were formed long before she was born. You know, a young maiden like her would never let her personal feelings stand in the way. It's her duty. Duke Thénardier is not the only enemy that you and Count Vorn are up against.
Ludmila Lori.
Lord Tigra! Lord Tigra! Lord Tigra, it's time to get up! Let's go!
Come, son. Till the soil.
My hands hurt.
Tigra Vermid. We're here to respond in case anything bad happens. We serve so that these people can live out their lives in peace. That's the purpose of a feudal lord.
Father!
Don't forget who you are.
Father! Father! Father!
Father! Tita. Did you sleep okay?
I'm so sorry. I was waiting for the right time to wake you, and then I guess I must have dozed off.
It looks like we were both exhausted, huh? Sorry about that.
Oh no! If anyone should be sorry, it's me!
Don't worry. Thanks to you, I think I figured something out. Come on.
Sure.
What a fine day for hunting. Assuming nothing comes up.
I'll be by your side wherever you go. Just as you've come to my aid in the past, Lord Tigra. Now it's my turn to repay the favor and help you for a change.
Thanks, Tita. And I'll try to do my best, too. No. I will do my best. That horse. It's Lord Majus.
So then he must be here, right?
Yes.
Perhaps now, Tigra, you could shed some light on what exactly is going on here. Of course, I understand.
Lady Lemelicia, I apologize for greeting you and your men with suspicion when you arrived.
No, I apologize. You had every right to act cautiously. You saw foreign soldiers approaching you.
Lord Marcius, sorry to have alarmed you. And so soon after you arrived.
Don't worry about it. Nothing bad happened. Moving on, Tigra.
Yes?
In terms of what comes next.
I'll fight Duke Thenardier and defeat him.
So, you're siding with Duke Ganelon, then?
No. I have no intention of aligning with either of them.
And you came to this decision after thoroughly considering all options?
It's simple. My obligation is to defend Alsace, and all the people who call it home. No, it's not just that. I want to defend them. I'm here to respond in case anything bad happens. I'm a feudal lord.
Afterward, Marcius would make his way to Brune's capital to petition the king and endorse the morality of Tigra's cause. Meanwhile, Tigra was going from land to land in search of potential allies.
Marcius informed me of your situation, at least the basics of it. And to be perfectly frank with you, when I first heard the request was coming from you, I declined. Though you may be in the right, there was no way you could defeat Duke Thenardier.
But Lord Augur, we... There was?
Tigra. Or should I say Count Vorn. Now you not only have Marcius, but also the very distinguished and powerful army of Jicted enlisted among your allies. With them on your side, you could stand against either Duke Thenardier or Duke Ganelon.
So will you join us?
You're well on your way toward becoming a formidable power, right up there with Thenardier and Ganelon. While they swear allegiance to the royal family, they refuse to stay in their rightful place beneath them. Other people have noticed too. I'm not the only one.
The mansion of Kikimora?
It's a villa just past the Vosius Mountains.
Oh good, you made it. Here, drink up. I've got the king's permission for the time being. However, there are a couple of problem areas. For starters, if I come to obtain the land of Alsace, then I'll be required to offer all of it to my kingdom.
By offer it? You mean they'll just seize it? It's my homeland!
Of course that would only be if it becomes her territory first.
This war is just now getting started. We still have plenty of ways to change things up. But there's another issue. The king said this to me right before I left. Be sure that you always put the interests of Jicted first, and act prudently in everything that you do.
What's wrong with that?
You really don't get it, do you?
That order is specifically troubling for us. He emphasized that we prioritize one thing, national interests. It paves the way for other nobles who might have ties to someone like Duke Thenardier. They could say that a win for the Duke would be in Jicted's interest. That could give cover for them taking part in this current war as well.
Do you think someone could interpret it that way?
That's the reason he used those words, to allow for that interpretation. You see, the king doesn't care which side is victorious, long as he stands to benefit from the war either way. Do you see now? A caretaker?
I'll go check.
Despite all that, it's highly unlikely the lower aristocracy will make the first move. Because sitting firmly at the top of our hierarchy is the king, of course, with the 7 war maidens right below him. Then the rest of the nobility. Since those lords are beneath us, none of them has the power to challenge a war maiden directly. The problem is...
The other ones? The war maidens?
Not all the other war maidens are on our side, but they're not enemies either. For now, there's just one we need to worry about.
Who's that?
Oh, she's so annoying. She's always harping on about good manners or character. And on top of all that, she looks just like a shriveled blueberry.
Hey, who are you calling shriveled, jerk?
Lim, why on earth would you let this walking windbag in here?
I couldn't very well turn away a war maiden, now could I?
She's one?
One of the esteemed war maidens of Jicted, mistress of the piercing point of smiting, Ludmila Lori.
Nice to meet you. I'm Tigra Vermid Vorn.
Tigra, this little girl is not a guest. There's no reason for titles and handshakes.
Looks like I was right to check in just in case. I came because I needed to see you. Yes, you, Count Tigra Vermid Vorn. But this isn't the right place. Let's talk somewhere else.
you wanted to go somewhere else, right? Well, we're on our way to Rodnik now, and Tigra's with us. But you're free to tag along.
So what did you want to talk to me about?
Duke Thenardier has many allies both inside and outside of his kingdom. And that includes myself. You don't stand a chance against him.
A trap?
We're boxed in.
Looks like we've got assassins.
There.
Yes, if they were mere bandits, they would have shown themselves by now. So the question is, which one of us are they after?
You don't mean...
No, I was the one who chose to take this road. But Tigra would make a prime target now for someone. If he were to die here, I'm sure that Thenardier and his people would be dancing for joy. And of course it would mean driving me out of Brune as well.
I find that scenario unpleasant for several reasons. Here they come!
Serish.
Lim!
With this kind of snake, she can still live. Once I suck out the poison, she'll be okay.
Tigra!
Obvious. Shirozem Kafa. Are you done giving first aid? For things to get this out of hand, and all because of one royal subject. Eleonora, you're a failure as a war maiden. I'll go find a doctor. I'll meet you in Rodnik.
Wait, hold on. I thank you for everything. It's okay.